So I am heading to Chesapeake. I got up this morning at 6 o'clock. I had to take my son to school. I got up, I fixed his breakfast, got his backpack together, took him to school, came back to the house, went back to the house, went right back to the bed. I took to the bed. And I went back to the bed because I had to get ready to go to my hour's drive back and forth to Dr. David Packer for NUCCA. I want to stop. I want to stop going anywhere. I want to stop doing anything, but I don't think that is in my future at the moment. My father-in-law, as we've discussed, he passed away. And when I was speaking with his sister, she told me that, he had been sick for so long. And I was like, we just saw him. And he was, we just spoke to him. I mean, when, when was he? We were shocked. Like, we knew he had illnesses. We knew he had problems with his back and things like that. He had a nerve stimulator, just like I had put in my body, but I had mine removed. His was a successful procedure, mine not so much. And he had diabetic problems. He was in pain. And I have my neck collar on right now because I'm driving, and I am wanting to make sure that, especially when I am done with Dr. Packer, that when I come home, that I make sure my neck stays in place because it can jerk out, and that's part of the problem when we have this illness and we work on our bodies. The areas that we release, the areas that are left, or the or say you put your tailbone back into place, or your neck into place, because our bodies are hypermobile, we deal with them constantly wanting to come back out and go back into where they felt safe. My body felt safe. I was asked yesterday, have you stopped pulling your shoulder up to your neck? Nope, not yet. And what it is it was released months ago. I've been working on it for years, but it was actually released months ago to where I had a knot, a fascial adhesion that was it was under my skin, but it was on my left side of my bosom, right there at my bra strap. And there were times when it would get to where it was below the bra strap, and then it got to where I'm having to see if these people will let me go. People in Chesapeake and stuff like that, they aren't they drive the big city roads a lot more than we do down in Williamsburg, and they are relentless. They know how to drive, they know how to push you around, and I just am like, let me get from point A to point B. But I was chasing this dysfunctional fascia that was on my left side, and you could actually feel it. You could see it at one point, just like in my stomach. I mean, you could see it at one point when I released the adhesions, and they were no longer attached in one area. They would move to another area. And for months, I chased this adhesion until it finally went away. And when that went away, I got a new, almost, I felt relief, like my left shoulder immediately just dropped down. But the thing is, it didn't stay down. That's just it. It did not stay down. Every day, even on this trip, I've been in the vehicle now for over 30 minutes, and I have had to push my left shoulder down because it was still pulling up to my left ear. It doesn't matter when you put your neck into proper position and it's not normally used to being there, it pulls until it's happy being where it is. That's just the way it is. My pelvis kept coming out until the fascia, I guess, it got stronger is what had happened. Because when you remodel your fascia, when you break the adhesion, you are actually flattening out those ripples and making the surface flat. And if you want to just look at it like cellulite or wrinkles, when you start releasing those, you see how they kind of plump up and that dent in your skin goes away. Well, it's the same thing when you do a fascial adhesion for pain and things of that nature. And your body, we have like muscle memory, but we also have fascia memories. And it remembers where it was comfortable. And my shoulder, although it caused me a lot of pain, was very comfortable up next to my ear. Every day I am constantly pushing it down. Every day I have to remind myself, you don't have to be stuck anymore. You can lower your left shoulder. Every day, if I'm not going somewhere for treatment, if I'm not doing something to my body, I'm in constant training mode. I'm constantly trying to rid my body of pain. When you're in pain, I say you're not living. When you're living in pain, it's just a misery. My father-in-law was living in pain. He couldn't get out of pain. He didn't have EDS, but he had a lot of leg pain. We would commiserate together because we both had neuropathy pain, and we would talk about it. We understood each other. We could relate. We both had the stimulators. We had a camaraderie there. And I understood how much pain he was in. And his was like lower back pain and leg pain. And no one could help him. And when his sister said that he was sick, she meant that he just wasn't living his life because he was in so much pain. Well, I know I've been there. I know you've been there. A lot of people I know with this illness have been there. To where you were just in so much pain that you just didn't see a future. You didn't see a quality of life. My father-in-law was only 70 years old. And he lived his last few years in pain. It was one surgery after another, and after his back surgery, he just got worse. And, you know, that put a little bit of fear in me. I don't want somebody to think that I'm just getting by and that, when and if I pass away, I say if, because I just don't want to go. But if it were to happen, I don't want people to be like, well, she was in so much pain. It's better. It's not when it's a pain that could be helped, a pain that could be prevented. My father-in-law did not have to live in pain the way he did. A lot of us out here with this illness do not have to live in the pain that we are in. We just haven't gotten maybe to the right doctor, the right therapist. We haven't gotten the right tool. We haven't found the right thing for us. That's why with AWOL Zebra, we hope to help you find ways that you can look in to getting relief and that you can look in to becoming pain free. I'm not there 100% yet. I'm not living in the bed. I did go back to sleep today for about 36 minutes after I took my son before I had to get up and run down for this appointment. But I'm up and I'm living life. I'm not 100% pain free, but I'm not 100% bedridden either. And that's something that I am, I'm, I'm, I guess I need to be thrilled about. I guess I need to be happy that I'm not as bad as I was. But it's taken a lot for me to get to this point. Like I said, for almost 4 years now, this is what I've been doing, working on my fascia to then find out that the crooked feeling that I was feeling was real and that it could be fixed. To find out that the issues that I'm having that are GI related, I think I might be able to help with PT. I just don't know yet. Right now, my arsenal of tools are very limited because I don't know what to do with my body at this point. I've worked on my fascia. I'm still working on my fascia. I will always be working on my fascia. But sometimes that's just not enough. Sometimes you need a little bit more tweaking. And when you start stripping your body down, and not literally, I'm not talking about, but when you start stripping your body of the adhesions, when you start allowing your body to get more mobility because the adhesions are released, no matter how you've done it, you've worked on your body and you've worked on your pain. I know that you would like to be 150% out of pain. I just don't know if that's ever possible. I don't know at what point we're supposed to be happy with the amount of pain relief that we've received. Obviously, I'm not happy enough. It's because I've come so close. I've come so close to making a difference in my body, and I have gotten rid of so much pain. Yes, I feel greedy. And yes, we're out of money. But I have just been working too darn long. And the sad thing is, it shouldn't take almost 4 years for a person to get to where they can get up and walk and talk again. I don't know if that was necessary. If I had more people that believed in working on my fascia, maybe it would have happened faster. I don't know. Should it take this long? My friends that work on their fascia, I've Mel, there's Crystal, there's several people that work on their fascia. Carolyn, they just work on it different ways. And when I have spoken to everyone, it has been a long process for them as well. You just can't give up. So maybe you are sitting there and you're in bed today and you're just thinking, I can't live in this pain anymore. Don't give up. Try to just be hell-bent on not allowing a doctor to tell you no. Fight for somebody to help you get out of pain. It's not fair for anyone to leave you living in pain if there is something, especially non-invasive, that can be done to help you. Sadly for me, everything I injected into my body made me worse. Everything that was inserted into my body made me worse. My titanium shoulder, it actually helped me. But the surgery, the after surgery, didn't, because I had so many fascial adhesions from the surgery. It wasn't helpful. But it did save me. And after releasing that adhesion that I chased for 4 years and has been gone for months, I'm now doing the retraining process of actually pushing my left shoulder down. I have lifted it up, I don't know how many times during this conversation, but I'm constantly saying, go back down, go back down. I think it's never ending, but we need to do our damnedest not to give up. So I'm getting ready to go in here for my appointment. I hope you have a manageable day. I hope your pain is minimal. I look forward to letting you know how this appointment goes. Got some wonderful interviews coming up. I can't wait to share them with you. I think we've got the platform all figured out so we can do some really good interviews. All righty. I am here. I am ready. It's been an hour. Here I go. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day. I hope your pain is minimal. Take off my collar so I can go in for my treatment. I thank you for being here. I'll catch you tomorrow. Christy Lynn Hanchy, AOL Zebra. Have a lovely day.